Hey, what's going on, guys? V here with Line Training. Today talking to you about tensegrity. I have a tensegrity model in my hand. As you can see, as I start applying pressure onto this model, it's going to start dissipating that pressure and it's going to start moving around to get out of the way rather than breaking. Another thing to notice here is I can't create singular movement here. As I move one piece of this model, all the other pieces are going to start moving too, because it operates as a single unit. There are multiple things that we see that are operating similar to this, like a suspension bridge, or our bodies. Now with our bodies, I'm going to become the model. I'm going to show you an example of this tensegrity model that we have in our own bodies. I'm going to pull these bands across. And I'm going to get these guys on the outside of my knees. We have multiple of these connective tissue lines, these meridians, these kinetic chains across our body, however you want to refer to them. They're all the same thing. Now, what's happening here is our body is designed to create some kind of tensegrity structure to dissipate all of this risk, all of this tension, and all of the external pressures. What do we see? Sometimes we see people squatting this way with their knees coming in, right? That's not necessarily what we want to see. That's not keeping the right amount of tension across the joints. Maybe sometimes we see people with a shoulder injury and they start having something happening on the opposite side because that tension line is just pulling on it. Now, we wouldn't necessarily expect a suspension bridge to create movement, right? They resist movement. That's what they're designed for, but our bodies create movement. Now, here's the problem most of the time, and here's where injuries start occurring, is we start relying on all of this connective tissue to initiate the movement. And they start getting overloaded, and they start connecting together and building stronger bonds, and they don't glide against each other anymore. And that's when we get these pinch points, which eventually, if they're unaddressed, turn into injuries. To address this in the Align method, what we're using is Align Release. With Align Release, we're literally taking the tension off of the connective tissues. And with Align Engage, we're loading the tension and we're creating the movement with the larger musculature. That's what they're designed to do. That's what they're supposed to be doing. So that gives you healthier movement overall that you can recover quicker from. That's better for your performance. And it doesn't hurt and doesn't cause you injuries. I'd say that's a win-win-win. I hope that answers some of the questions that you have. And if you have more, you can always email us at fixme@align.training. See you guys at the next one.